Good morning, dear students. I am Ms. Vandana Pai. In today's lecture of subject Human Resource Management, we will be studying human resource planning and its process. Okay. Now, what is the procedure which is adopted into human resource planning? That will be discussed in today's lecture in detail. Okay. Prior to that, in the last lecture, we have started the concept of human resource planning. We have gone through the definitions. Also, we have seen the meaning of the term human resource planning. Okay, we have also seen the objectives of human resource planning. Okay, so prior to actually starting the process, let's have a revision of human resource planning terminology. Now, human resource planning, the word planning, which is a important function, first and foremost function of management. What planning means? Yes, planning is deciding in advance what is to be done in future. Just it is a blueprint of whatsoever you will be doing in the future. Now a prefix which is added to this function, that is human resource. Means what it means? Yes, it means a plan, or it means deciding in advance the human resources which you will be needing into your organization. Merely, yes, the success of any business is directly linked to the performance of whom you have employed into your organization, that is the human resources. Those human resources who are prevailing into your organization, whether they are performing their task efficiently, effectively. If they are not performing their task efficiently and effectively, surely, whenever we think about the objectives of your organization, yes, they will not be accomplished if you hire improper, insufficient, inefficient people into your organization. So, human resource planning is concerned with the planning the future manpower requirements for the organization. It ensures that the company has right type of people in the right number at the right time and place, who are trained and motivated to do the right kind of work at the right time. So overall, whenever we think about human resource planning, what it aims at or why it is done? Yes, it is done to hire the right type of people in right number, in right time and place, who are trained and motivated to do the right kind of work at the right time. Why it is needed? Yes, it is needed so that, yes, your group goals or your organization's goals, they will be achieved in time and properly they will be achieved. Because based on it itself, your organization's performance, even the stability of your organization and success of your organization, it is dependent. So, human resource planning is the process by which management determines how an organization should move from its current manpower position to its desired manpower position. Through planning, a management strives to have the right number and right kind of people in the organization. So that these individuals, they will contribute to maximize the long range benefit of the organization. Now, we have also seen the definition given by some thinkers, in which a definition by Mauchel, Y.C. Mauchel, it was: human resource planning is a strategy for acquisition, utilization, improvement and preservation of an organization's human resource. What is done into a human resource planning? Yes, the human resource they are acquired, utilized, improved and preserved. Okay, so that yes, once again the organization's group goals, they will be achieved in time. Now in this process, management moves from current manpower position to its desired manpower position. Okay, then it is a future oriented activity in which forecasting of the manpower needs for future period is done. Yes, it is a continuous process because due to so many reasons, throughout the year the human resources or the requirement of human resources, they might vary or it might change. Okay, for example, if some of your present employees, they leave your organization, okay, that is, there is a labor turnover. Yes, you can't keep the positions vacant, but you need to hire some people. Okay, now due to some reasons, maybe due to the expansion of your organization, you are in need of additional staff. What you will be doing? Yes, you are required to hire more amount of people, or you are required to hire human resources for your organization. So considering all these things, this human resource planning, it is continuous process. Okay, if once you have filled the positions and now if you stay relaxed, it will not work, because due to inadequate staff, due to inadequate employees number, yes, your organization's production activity, it might be harmed. It is an integral part of corporate planning, because without a corporate plan, there cannot be manpower planning. Okay, then it ensures optimum utilization of resources. Even it ensures long-term goals and short-term goals. Okay, by considering the long-term as well as short-term goals, okay, such type of planning it is done. Okay, it involves the study of manpower availability or the manpower requirement for an organization. So with this, let's start the process. Let's see what is the process of human resource planning. Yes, human resource planning is a process by which company ensures that they have right number and right kind of people at a right position into the organization, okay, who are capable to perform different jobs efficiently. Planning the use of human resources is an important function in every organization. A rational estimate to various categories of personnel in the organization is an important aspect of human resource planning. Human resource planning involves the following steps. Okay, let's see what are the steps into human resource planning process. Okay, the first step is analysis of organization's plans and objectives. Okay, now whenever we consider human resource planning, okay, human resource planning is a part of overall plan of organization. Okay, plans concerning technology, production, marketing, finance, expansion and diversification give an idea about the volume of future work activity. Each plan can further be analyzed into subplans and detailed programs. It is also necessary to decide the time horizon for which human resource plans are to be prepared. The future organization structure and job design should be made clear, and changes in the organization structure should be explained or examined so as to anticipate its manpower requirements. Okay, so based on the organization plans, okay, means in future what your organization will be doing, or in the near future what are your plans, okay, related to the expansion of your organization or any another plan. Okay, based on your plans, okay, might be related to the technology, might be related to production, marketing, finance, expansion, diversification. Okay, due to this, okay, based on this you can have an estimate of future work activity. Okay, now whenever you will be having estimate of future work activity, surely, yes, you will design the job. Okay, means for example, if you are in need of additional staff, okay, what is the job which that additional staff is required to perform? Based on that, you can anticipate, you can draft the manpower requirements. Okay, so in this first step, what is done? Analysis of organization plans. Okay, means in near future what are the plans your organization is supposed to follow, and based on that, okay, what are the objectives, okay, and based on those plans and objectives, draft the manpower requirements. Okay, this drafting is done into the first step, that is analysis of organization plans and objectives. The second step involved in human resource planning process is forecasting demand for human resources. Now what is this step? What we are required to do under this step? Yes, human resource planning starts with the estimation of number and type of personnel required at different levels and in different departments. Yes, human resource planning itself starts with the estimation of number and type of personnel which you require at different levels into different departments. The main steps involved in HRP, that is human resource planning process, are first to determine and identify present and prospective needs of human resource, to discover and recruit the required number of people, to select the right number and type from the available people, then to hire and place in the position for which they are qualified, then to provide information to the selected people about the nature of work assigned to them, to promote or to transfer as per the needs of the performance, as per the need and the performance of employees, to denote if the employees they are disinterested or their performance is not up to mark, to terminate if they are not needed or their performance is below standard and show no hopes of improvement. Okay, so it is the most crucial and critical area of human resource development. These HRD managers must pay attention to place right man to the right job through recruitment, selection, training and placement of employees. Okay, here adoption of systematic procedure to complete recruitment and selection is needed. Okay, so what is done? Yes, in human resource planning, okay, whenever we consider forecasting demand for human resources, okay, first identify how many people do you need into your organization or how many human resources you are in need of. Yes, discover and recruit, then select the right number and type of people from the available people. Okay, hire them, place them, provide them information, okay, assign them the nature of work or the work and explain them the nature of work. Okay, whenever it is required you can promote or transfer. Okay, if some of them they are not performing good. Okay, what you can do is you terminate them. Okay, or you can give them the chance for improvement, or even though if they are not improving themselves, yes, you should surely terminate them. Okay, who is doing this? Who is required to do this? Yes, human resource development. Okay, it aims at doing these things. Okay, this HRD managers, what they are required to do, yes, they should pay attention towards the human resources which are employed into the organization. Okay, and ensure that these people, they are working in a proper manner. Okay, now in human resource forecasting, some of the methods they are used. First one is workforce factors. Yes, demand is not only influenced by above factors but by internal in and outflows of the employees through retirements, termination, resignation, death, and leave of absence. These actions by the employees become fairly predictable once we spend more and more time with the organization or a certain industry. The above factors will affect how much labor will be required given the expected productivity or work rate of different types of employee and the expected volume of business activity. Productivity will also depend on capital expenditure, technology, work organization, employee motivation and skills, negotiated productivity, and number of other factors. Thus, the cost of existing labor, including overtime, training, benefits, and so on, will put a financial constraint on the organization's manpower labels. Okay, so whenever we consider workforce factors, okay, some of the internal factors of the employees or some of the attributes of the employees, they are also to be considered while we forecast demand for human resources. Yes, then ratio trend analysis. Okay, ratio trend analysis, what is it? Yes, it forecasts employment requirements on the basis of some organizational index and is one of the most commonly used approaches for projecting HR demand. Okay, now see, HR planning, it is based on, yes, it is an estimate. Okay, estimate of what? Manpower planning, or okay, how many manpower, how many people you will be requiring in the near future. Okay, we consider this, right? Okay, now whenever we consider projection or such type of forecasting, okay, some, okay, due to by using some of the ratios, you can analyze the trend. Okay, trend on the previous year data also. Okay, based on previous year data also, you can have an estimate or you can project how many people you will be needing in the next year. Then management judgment. Management forecast are the opinions of supervisors, department managers, experts, or other knowledgeable about the organization future employment needs. Okay, here what you can do is, yes, you can ask the management, means it includes supervisors, department managers, experts, or someone who have knowledge in this respect. Okay, these people, what they can do is, okay, they can share their opinions with you. Okay, through their opinions you can have some estimates of future needs of individuals for your organization. Yes, this simply requires managers to sit down, think about their future workloads and decide how many people they need into the organization. Okay, so literally in management judgment, what is done here? Yes, the opinions, they are the manager, he asks other supervisors, department managers, experts, to share their opinions, to share their views in this respect, and through that also you can have forecasting. Then the Delphi technique. What is Delphi technique? It attempts to decrease the subjectivity of forecast by involving a group of pre-selected individuals and soliciting and summarizing the judgments. Thus, a group decision process is invoked, which in turn requires a great deal of process orientation to enhance coordination and cooperation for satisfactory turn requires a great deal of process orientation to enhance coordination and cooperation for satisfactory forecasts. Okay, the basic method of Delphi techniques are: develop initial questionnaire and distribute it to the panel. See, in Delphi technique what is done? A panel is prepared. Okay, a panel is prepared and this issue is raised before them. Okay, what is the issue? Issue is to hire how many HR or human resources are to be hired in the future. Okay, and see, initially a questionnaire is prepared and distributed into the panel. The panelists independently generate their ideas in answers to the questionnaire and return it. The moderator summarizes the responses to the first questionnaire and develops a feedback report along with the second set of the questionnaire for the panelists. Having received the feedback report, panelists independently evaluate earlier responses and independently vote on the second questionnaire. Okay, what is done into this? Then the moderator develops a final summary and feedback report to the group members and decision makers. Okay, likewise the method is adopted in Delphi technique. Yes, initial questionnaire is distributed in panel. The panel answers the questions. Okay, the moderator summarizes the responses. Then the feedback report is collected. Okay, and a final summary and feedback report to the group members, it is communicated. Okay, so here group decision making is used to estimate the number of human resources needed for the organization. Then work study technique. Work study is old as industry itself. Work study, as the name implies, is the study of human work in the deepest sense and dignity of the work, and not merely in the special and more restricted meaning used in the physical sciences. Okay, even today it is not limited to the shop floor or even to manufacturing industry. In one form or another, it can be used in any situation wherein human work is performed. The terms time and motion study have been given many interpretations since their origin. Time study, okay, we are aware about it, which was originated by Taylor, was used mainly for determining time standards and motion study. Work study therefore has a direct relationship with productivity. It is most frequently used to increase the amount produced from a given quantity of resources with little or no further capital investment. The estimate motive of work study is the best utilization of men, machine and material and money to have higher productivity. Okay, what is work study? Work study is just, okay, direct relationship with the productivity. Okay, it is used to increase the amount of produce, okay, with given quantity of resources. Okay, here based on the work, based on the performance, you do hire new people. Then the third step, forecasting supply of human resources. Okay, means, okay, as the title itself suggests, what is it? It is one of the important areas of human resource planning to deal with allocation of persons to different departments depending upon the workload and requirements of the departments. While allocating manpower to different departments, care has to be taken to consider appointments based on promotions and transfers. Allocation of human resource should be so planned that available manpower is put to full use to ensure smooth functioning of all the departments. Okay, means whatsoever human resources you will be hiring, allocate this person to the suitable departments. Okay, those departments who really need excessive or additional staff, additional human resources, okay, allocate those human resources to them itself. Okay, so that there will be smooth functioning of all the departments. Okay, no department will be unequally distributed with human resources. Okay, ensure this thing whenever you are doing the forecasting of the supply of human resources. Okay, then estimating manpower gaps. Okay, what is manpower gap? Yes, net human resource requirements or manpower gaps can be identified by comparing demand and supply forecast. Okay, such comparison will reveal either deficit or surplus of human resources in future. Deficit suggests the number of persons to be recruited from outside, whereas surplus implies, okay, redeployed or redeployment of existing resources. Okay, similarly, gaps may occur in terms of knowledge, skills and aptitudes. Employees deficient in qualifications can be trained, whereas employees with higher skills may be given more enriched jobs. Okay, manpower gaps means what? The gap between the demand and supply of human resources. Okay, means if presently you have additional staff, how you can utilize that additional staff into the future. Okay, without hiring additional staff, how you can utilize the present surplus staff more efficiently. That is done into surplus. And deficit means what? Yes, deficit means how many additional number of persons you need to recruit from outside. Okay, so highlight or estimate the manpower gap into HR planning. Okay, and if the surplus staff, they lack in certain qualifications, certain skills, what you can do is you can offer them with training and development programs, and through that you ensure development into them. Then matching demand and supply. What is it? Okay, it is one of the objectives of human resource planning to assess the demand for and supply of human resources and match both to know shortages and surpluses on both the side in kind and in number. This will enable the human resource department to know overstaffing or understaffing. Once the manpower gaps are identified, plans are prepared to bridge these gaps. Okay, plans to meet the surplus manpower may be redeployment in other departments and retrenchment in consultation with the trade unions. Okay, people may be persuaded to quit through voluntary retirement. Deficit can be made through recruitment, selection, transfer, promotion and training plans. Realistic plans for procurement and development of manpower should be made after considering the macro and micro environment which affect the manpower objectives of the organization. So, whenever we consider matching demand and supply, what is done? Yes, here the shortages and surpluses, they are matched. Okay, based on the manpower gaps itself. Okay, this thing is done, this step is conducted. Okay, so that you can save your organization from overstaffing and understaffing. Okay, You can bridge the gaps between demand and supply. Okay, if you think that there is surplus manpower, what you can do is you can transfer those people to other departments where there is shortfall of human resources. If presently you do have deficit staff, what you can do is you can recruit, you can select, you can transfer, or you can promote someone, so that your organization will always be continuing their production activity and it will work more productively. So overall, human resource planning has an important place in industrialization. Human resource planning has to be a system approach and is carried out in a set procedure. The procedure is as follows: analyzing the current manpower inventory, making future manpower forecast, developing employment programs, design training programs. Okay, and ensure that the human resources who work with you, they will give their fullest potential, they will give their fullest efforts towards your group goals and organization's future. So with this we conclude today's lecture. Thank you.